So I made some changes here. I basically hooked up this positive from the Bendini motor straight into this, and might have fried my MOSFET here, but yeah, this flashes every once in a while, which is kind of interesting. Just wanted to share that this was flashing every once in a while with it hooked up like this. I have basically the negative and the positive decoupled, and I also have, so basically this negative wire is connected to the negative of this on the negative rail, and that negative wire is the secondary coil of the MEG going around. And so then the positive wire, that is only connected to this positive rail right here, which is looping back. So basically, any energy that's gotten off of here is completely decoupled from the system. Now, when I put this on here, excuse me, I don't read any current, but I am reading this now. So that's interesting because earlier in the same settings it did not do that, and I just touched that there, and now it's doing that, right? Oh, just touched the potentiometer and now it's doing something different, just turned off. Some very weird effects are happening right now, and I'm not sure why. So I added a diode right here to this yellow wire going to that center coil right there, so it's going in. That coil is just open-ended, so back EMFs back and forth. There's no current going through, and then the ground is connected to this secondary, which loops all the way back to the positive. And that's obviously blocked by a diode so that it doesn't just drain the battery, and it doesn't seem to be really leaking much current, if not any at all. Does this seem to be working better like it should? Or, I don't know. Seems smoother, seems quieter. The lights are off like this. Maybe this is a little bit better setup. So I'm going to turn this off, and I noticed that there's some variable speed points, and it's speeding up again last time I turned it off. And this time we'll watch for that. So it's slowing down there. Definitely still slowing down. But then it kind of holds itself for a bit. And then it picks back up. It just got faster for a second, and then it slowed back down. That's an interesting effect that I haven't observed before. And notice how long that it's still spinning. Alrighty, so I changed one more thing. I added this diode here to where when it comes off, it goes into that center coil. It back EMFs off the end of the coil, wants to come back but can't. And then I wrap that around the positive of this, and then the negative of that loops around, so basically it loops around back to the positive going back in. So the only thing looping is this secondary here, but it's isolated from the center core with this diode setup. And I was curious and wanted to see what current I'm pushing into this battery, so I touched it with a amp meter, and I did it off camera, but the thing glowed all the way up through here. My cat's gonna die if she touches that. This whole thing glowed all the way up through here, and this, you can see the metal, how it's like melted like that, and it created quite a big flash in between there. And so I know this thing is pushing quite a bit of current. I have the potentiometer turned literally all the way up, and that was required to get that light to turn off. It's in SG mode right now, and this battery voltage before was at 12.8. So I'm going to turn this off and let it run down, and we'll just see what the voltage is. Right now, no additional back EMF is going into this coil, so it's not keeping it perpetual. And I'm not adding this to the load to keep that charged. But it seems to be running a lot better now.